Good morning. I'm Evelyn Charan. Um, I just wanted to say thank you to some people. A gentleman by the name of Don Morrison, he's been helping me a lot get through these hard times. The RCMP of Fort McMurray, the firefighters of Fort McMurray. They've all been so good to me in my troubles and throughout this so-called labor dispute. I also got to meet people at the House of Hope, which the people that work there are just astronomically nice people. God bless them. And I've got to meet lots of Parliament people here. I've got to meet some really upstanding citizens. I got to meet people from the CUPE Union, for the city. Wow, I've I lucked out that I got to camp at a person's home. I earned the trust of the family, and I found out that insurance companies don't cover houses if they don't have people in them. So the house that's for sale, I get to camp out at the house that's for sale, rent free. So that's cut my costs too. Um, it's been a really, really long, hard road for me, but I'm getting by. My bills aren't paid. Outside of that, I'm safe. And I'm very thankful to the beautiful people I've met. There's been really, really good people helping me out. I have access to a food bank in Fort McMurray. They give me food once a month. I got to go to the Firefighters Awareness Week, which was really, really good because I got all kinds of free stuff for my grandchildren, which has actually been sent to Ontario as of last week. So they've got little mittens that say Wood Buffalo Region on it. They're going to get firefighters hats from the firemen here, and a whole bunch of coloring books and education from the firefighters here. So thank you, Fort McMurray firefighters, for all of your gifts that has gone to Northern Ontario for my beautiful grandchildren. Um, I couldn't afford Christmas gifts. So the free stuff that the community has given me is now their Christmas gifts. And I'm very, very thankful for all of your help and support. I guess I'm very lucky that there are angels. There's a lot of angels in Fort McMurray, Canada. So many people say so many bad things about this community, but you have no idea. I've managed to, when I don't have access to internet, I get to go to the library for free, and I get to go on the internet there. The welfare system here has got me involved in courses through Keanu College because I asked them if it was available. I've managed to get some extra construction certificates, which I hope are going to help me get a job. I'm studying every single day. A friend of mine, Don Morrison, retired Marine military, paid for my LinkedIn and for $300 for the year. So I get to study every day while I'm not working and looking for jobs. And this family that's selling their house, well, they didn't want an abandoned house. So I get to stay here for free. So I am very, very thankful for the people that have reached out to help me when my own organization wouldn't. They just left me to basically die. They don't really care. They never did care. And there are bad organizations out there. Unite Your Local 47, they're at fault for everything that they've done to me. Compass Group Canada owes me money. Morneau Chappelle has my pension, and they will not release it. So they seem to think it's okay that people don't have an income. They seem to think it's okay that they can hold back your money. It is not okay. It's federal fraud, and it is, in a sick way, it becomes a mild case of human trafficking. I would have never believed it myself that I would be a victim of human trafficking until I started researching it. I was shocked. I was shocked. I had a nervous breakdown. I couldn't even think straight for the longest time. However, the bylaw officers in Fort McMurray are just amazing. The people at Tim Hortons are amazing. I went to a homeless kind of a gathering one day at McDonald Island. And I got a whole bunch of free stuff there too. And I ended up winning two gift cards, one for the grocery store and one for one of the restaurants local here for $20. I think it was A&W. And they gave me all kinds of free stuff that were healthy things that I can use in my camper for supplies. So that was really cool. I got to go to Rib Fest. I got to camp right where Rib Fest was all weekend long, and I got to see Trooper live for free, which Trooper is my favorite band in the whole world. I just love those guys. And I got to meet lots of really neat people at Rib Fest and all the chefs and everything, and I took pictures of them, and I got to do all of that stuff for free here in Fort McMurray. It's amazing how much entertainment they have for free here that people can make it work. Okay, I may not have a job and I may not have my own place to live right now, but for instance, my 1974 Bowler, an ex-cop, a retired cop down south, sold it to me for $1,700. I've been living in it. And God bless him, Terry Penny. Great person, wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a Southern Alberta police officer that used to be, I think, a police officer in Lethbridge, and lives down by Vulcan. I got to meet a bunch of his friends that are RCMP that showed up at his house one day. You know, a lot of the RCMP in Western Canada are really cool people, and they giggle a lot. They giggle all the time. And I think they understand the situation that I'm in, and they've all been very supportive. I even got to go to the musical ride. It only cost me like $10 to go. And then I got to go backstage and see the horses from the musical ride. I got to pet the black horses, which I never got to do when I was a child. And it felt like I was a 5-year-old kid again, hanging around with 30 RCMP with these beautiful horses. And God bless them. They even gave me a deck of cards of who they are, which I shipped to my grandchildren. And my God, are they ever good people to talk to? The women RCMP that are riding those horses, wow, they made me want to be more successful because they're so successful. Kudos to successful women. We earned it. We earned the right to be recognized. We earned the right to be respected. And to me, that's everything. To see, when I was a child, there was no female RCMP on any horses. I'm 55 years old now, just celebrated my 55th birthday. And there's like so many women on those horses now. And those horses are just beautiful. I love horses. And I love the RCMP's red outfits. I even got to see an RCMP getting dressed in a parking lot, trying to get his boots on and the clips for his boots, and seeing the struggles that these people go through putting on these red uniforms, and they have to be just so for the public. Everything has to be just perfect on them. And it's just amazing. And then I went to the Poppy Day, the Remembrance Day parade, and Remembrance Day prayers and everything that was also at McDonald Island, which was free again. And again, the RCMP all dressed up in red, and there was bagpipes there, and there was children playing bagpipes, and there was a beautiful march, and the mayor was there, and oh my God, it was, you know, I've been in camps for 17 years, and I didn't even know that this stuff was going on in Fort McMurray. I got to camp during the day right next to boats that were Canadian Coast Guard, which I just have the total utmost respect for our military people. I got to check out one of those boats. I never got to check out with those things when I was younger. So that's really cool too. And I got to check out a really cool playground that if my grandchildren ever come here to visit, I know exactly where I'm going to take them to play. And it's going to be right where those boats are, and they're going to go right to McDonald Island. And there's a beautiful library there. And oh my God, I've had such a good time up here in Fort McMurray, even though I've got so many struggles to go through and so many things. So many people did everything to make me fail. But you know what? People like the firefighters encouraged me. The RCMP encouraged me. The local people encouraged me. Everybody shook my hand. Many people took pictures of themselves with my camper, looked inside, seen how I'm living, and all of them were very supportive. And my God, what a great community we have here. It's too bad that more communities are not like this. I sure would love to see this kind of behavior in my hometown. Um, you know, they've been so helpful to me here. God bless you. Thank you, Fort McMurray. Thank you, Don Morrison, and thank you, Terry Penny. I'm very, very thankful for everything. And thank you to the owners, Marcis Chuck, that own the house that I'm babysitting. It's an elder until his house is sold. I cleaned their house for them. I earned their trust, and they gave me a place to stay so that I wouldn't freeze to death in the winter. So I didn't have to go through Alberta Housing. I didn't have to use the system. I did it by myself. God bless you, everybody, and thank you so much for all of your help. Hopefully, I can get my money out of these companies and I can move on with my life. And God bless you for all of your patience. Thank you. And thank you for all of it.